The first question is if I'm doing a VBAC or a water birth, because you have any names. The question is, who will be with me in the room?
Yeah. Shout out to the fam. Look, you can't spell love without LVE. You can't spell love without LVE. You can't spell love without it. You can't spell love without it.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm filming outside my house because the lighting out here is so pretty. Inside my house is so dark right now. I do not know why, but outside is just giving bright, and that is what we need. But before I get started with today's video, I want to quickly thank SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. If you guys have not heard about SeatGeek, let me put you guys on. I love that I have a code for SeatGeek because you guys know I love to go, I love to have fun. Right now we're on a little pause because of homeboy right here, but once this homeboy's out, I won't be outside. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah guys, SeatGeek has literally every event you can think of. Right now there's Fade, Bad Bunny, Drake. I wish I could take my mom to a Drake concert. That would be so iconic, but all the LA shows are all gone. So Drake, if you're watching this, please do a concert just for my mom because she is obsessed with you. If you guys do not have the app, please download it because it makes the process of buying tickets for these events so much faster and so much easier. I love that on the app it shows you events that are in your area, especially for date night. If you guys have nothing to do, always check SeatGeek because you never know what you can find. By the way guys, my code with SeatGeek is LOVEFAMILY, LVE family, for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. I always get DMs asking what my code is because you guys already know me and SeatGeek are like this. I'm gonna show you guys the screen recording for my phone, but right now the tourney events are Thunder at Lakers, Cardinals at Dodgers, Fall Out Boy with Jimmy Eat World. Like there's so many events that you didn't even know were happening in your area, and it's so cool, especially last minute date nights. Fade is going on tour, so when I look up his tour date, it's April 27th. When you go on his tour date for April 27th, you have a map. On the map shows you green dots and red dots. Green dots means you're getting a good deal, and red dots means you're getting a bad deal. Another thing I love about SeatGeek is they're the only website that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps, which is also very convenient because you never know, something might come up, you might be pregnant. But yeah guys, that is very convenient. So please guys, if you guys have any events you guys are going to, any festivals, any basketball games, Dodger games, anything you can think of, it's always on SeatGeek. So please use my code LOVEFAMILY for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Thank you once again SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. For today's video we're talking all about my birth plan and what I plan on doing, because the other day I posted on my stories that I have a midwife now, which I'm super happy about, and you guys were asking so many questions, so we are here to tell you guys everything. And we have Victor because in order to do this whole like birth plan that I'm going with, guys, you need a supportive partner that is in it with you and ready for all the challenges that's going to come with, because you guys know I have 2 C-sections, which is kind of not a lot because I know there's people that have way more, but it just adds a little bit of complications to what we're trying to go for. And I also have a, what is it called? Fibroid, which the fibroid which I'll get into that right now actually. But yeah guys, here is my whole birth plan. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask us questions, and you guys sent over questions because a lot of you guys are actually super interested in the VBAC, because I know a lot of people do have C-sections. I feel like the hospitals have been pushing C-sections way more. I saw this thing on Instagram where the rate for C-sections have gone up so high, because a lot of doctors will push C-sections.
That's why we're doing this whole process, is because we want what's best for Laura and what's safest for Laura, but also the best option for our baby and the safest option. Yeah,
every body is different, guys. Even we'll get into that right now, but the first question is if I'm doing a VBAC or a water birth, because you guys saw that. Honestly guys, my heart would love to do a water birth because I did see Cassie go through it and it was such a beautiful experience. She's a queen for that, right? She can run for president after that. I literally texted her the night after. I was like, yes, I need you to pull, like, you need to go run for president, because that was crazy. Like, iconic. I saw everything. I saw Chevy coming out. I saw her screams. Like, I saw everything, and it was very, like, women are incredible. So I would 100% do that. But the only thing that's stopping me is that I already had 2 C-sections. And in order for me to feel safe, I feel like I need to be in a hospital where a C-section is an option if something doesn't go right as planned, because either like I can't open right. I've never went into birth naturally. So okay, for Elliot I did, but I never got to experience like
so for Elliot your water tore a little bit. It didn't break. Yeah. So we did go to the hospital because of that, and she never got her full contractions, is what you're saying.
I was feeling things down there, yes, because I was feeling them. Like, I felt them. They were hurting, but they were not, like, Cassie hurting. Like, I was never experienced that. So I feel like my body hasn't had the chance to go
open up and do all that,
like go into labor naturally, which I'm actually super excited about, guys. I feel like this makes me, like, I don't know, I'm just super excited to be able to
experience it.
Yeah, to experience it, because I've done C-section already, which I will say it was not easy, because C-sections are super, super hard, but just the fact that, like, I knew when I was going to go in, and, like, I knew when my baby was going to come out. This time around is just a waiting game. Like, we have no idea when he's going to come out, so that was the easy part about it. It was hard because of the recovery, and I did have I feel like for Oakley, I was just super anxious and just super nervous. If you guys have not watched that video, it is on my channel, but I was just super, like, I felt like I was going to pass out. I literally was gonna pass out. If Victor didn't come in those seconds, I swear my body was just, like, floating in the air, and it was, like, a little bit of my brain. But as soon as I heard him cry, it was fine from there. But C-sections are so hard. Like, they're so hard. So, and the recovery, and then just, like, your body cutting open in that many layers, which I did not know, guys. Yeah, Victor always tells me, because he saw everything, because he was sitting right there, but, like, he saw them literally take out all my stuff and put it to the side.
Yeah, it's not like they're just cutting, like, your top layer of skin and then baby's there. No, they go through your skin, through your muscle, then through where the baby's being
like 7
held.
layers.
Yeah, and then they're also moving insides to the side just to make room for them to pull baby out. And yeah, it is a difficult process,
and some bodies can't naturally do that, so that I'm super, like, thankful that C-sections were invented because of that. Because
for emergencies,
for emergencies, like,
there's complications with birth.
And then as long as the baby and you are safe, that is literally all that matters. Like, I'm going into this knowing that there might be a possibility that I am going to have an new C-section, because 1, we've never tried doing it the natural way, and 2, you just never know what can happen. I know a labor and delivery nurse messaged me, was like, just know that things can happen, and as long as you and the baby are safe. And I'm like, that's totally true. Like, it doesn't matter if I have another C-section. It's just the fact that I tried, I just want to try. But yeah, guys, we went to like 3 different opinions, and the first 2 told us no. Well, at first they had told us yes, but then they found that fibroid, which they told us that the fibroid was in the way, and then we ended up going to another opinion.
Well, they sent us to a specialist.
Yeah, they said the fibroid was, like...
And that's when the specialist, the doctor himself, sat down with us and was talking about her fibroid and the complications of having a fibroid and then giving a natural birth, or a VBAC in her case, because she had a C-section. So a fibroid plus a C-section in her past, it was a 2 combo where it could be very difficult for her to have a VBAC.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here, because I have my brain, guys. This pregnancy is like fried. Like, I have no memory retention, like, at all. Like, it's actually really bad.
But that's the point, though, is because I want what's best for you and what's best for baby. So I'm paying attention to what they're saying and understanding what they're saying.
Yeah, at first, after we left that one, he's like, yeah, babe, you have to do a C-section, because, like, because the doctor kind of scared us a little bit. He kind of said, like, you can bleed out.
How he explained it is, if she just had a no fibroid, or having a VBAC is very possible. But he said with the fibroid, since the fibroid's there, the uterus needs to contract to close her where the baby's being held. Right? What is that? Your
placenta? No, uterus.
That area where the baby is.
Where the baby's at?
Yeah. Since that fibroid is there, it's going to make it so the muscle won't be able to contract, and if she can't contract, then she can bleed out.
Yes.
Which sounded very scary. And then he said, but the possibilities and, the percentage of that are not that high, but they're very, your percentages go up because of the fibroid.
Yes.
And so he made it sound very scary, and he said the best way to do it is just C-section. That way we're there, controlled, pull baby out.
Which for me was like, okay, fuck yeah. C-section right away. Like, that was because I want the baby to be safe. I want me to be safe. And then so we did that, and then I was like, you know what? Let me call, because with Cassie's birth,
she stepped in at that point.
I was like, let me call Cassie's birth people because they were amazing. If I'm going to put their Instagram right here, guys, so you guys can go follow them. They're so amazing. Every time I leave their office, I literally feel like so confident in what I'm doing because they're just amazing. But I was like, let me just get
information from
them. Like, let me see if like I can't just stop at one person. You need to get multiple. So I went in. They're like, you know what? Come in. We're gonna do another ultrasound to see where the fibroid's at and whatever. And it happened to be that the fibroid wasn't even in the area the guy had said.
Never explained positioning of it, how it controls the contraction. So they came in, or the midwives, and when they explained it, they said there's 3 layers. There's inside your uterus attached to the inside wall, the outside of the uterus attached to the outside of the wall, and then there's the muscle layer, right? So Laura's is on the muscle layer, which is the farthest, which is the safest possible place.
Yeah.
And then it's how close is it to the placenta, because the placenta is where most of the contractions happen. That's where everything's getting vacuumed out. And Laura's is on the far opposite side.
Yeah.
So Laura's is in the farthest spot and then the most outer layer, which makes it the most safest place for her. And then they also explained it too. And I don't know why we didn't catch this the first time when the guy told us. I think it just scared us. When he was saying that the fibroid's going to stop it from contracting. Well, C-section or VBAC, the uterus is going to have to contract regardless. It doesn't matter how you give the birth, it's going to do it. So when she explained that, I was like, that's so true.
Yeah, so regardless, that situation, it's not going to happen because my thing is on the opposite side. But it could have happened regardless with the C-section or natural birth.
If you were going to have the complication of not it being able to contract,
Yeah.
It didn't matter VBAC or C-section.
Which...
So she explained that to us, and I was like, oh my God, he didn't even... The way he explained it, he made it seem one-sided.
Yeah, one side, which is totally fine. I feel like some doctors do... That's another thing, guys, is some doctors will tell you that they do VBAC, so when it comes down to it, like, they don't know how to do it, which is it's totally fine, and then they won't risk doing it because they just don't know how to do it. You just have to find those doctors, which is why, another reason why we're traveling so far for the doctor, because it's known to do VBACs. Like, where I'm going, they're known for VBACs. They're really good for VBACs. They have the best rating for VBACs.
They have a whole team.
Yeah.
I guess like their whole team is specialized in VBACs.
Yeah.
They come in, it's like almost like having, you know, like your SWAT team. Like these are trained professionals. This is what they do every single day. They're the experts. And that's why we're traveling to them.
So if you guys are looking to do a VBAC, the number one thing is make sure that the doctor that you are delivering with has done VBACs before, and like just look up the success rate and all that stuff, because that was another thing that I didn't know. I thought every doctor could do VBACs, but a lot of doctors don't do VBACs because they just don't know. I don't know, maybe they're scared to do them. They're just
not experienced.
Which is fine.
They understand the difficulty of giving a VBAC or giving birth that way after having a C-section, you know, because having a C-section, you're cutting the layers, right? So now that scar tissue that's there tends to weaken I forget the words. Not your ovaries, but what do you keep saying? Your uterus. Yeah, your uterus wall. After every C-section, the uterus wall gets weaker. And that's why they have limits, or they suggest limits on how many C-sections you should have. They say 3 to 4 the max. Yeah. For that reason.
A lot of you guys were asking too why I want to do VBAC.
Yeah.
One, because I just feel like it's so much on my body, guys. I feel like I'm only getting older, and I feel like it was rough. The C-sections are so rough after. If you guys have had one, you guys know, like, you guys can't even, like, go up. Like, I've seen, like, you
have multiple layers that have been ripped apart and now are just being held by stitches.
You still have to take care of the baby, which, again, guys, I don't want you guys to think that I don't want a C-section. It's not that I don't want one. I just want to try for VBAC for my best interest. But again, if I cannot do that, I'm not going to be like, no, I'm going to do this. No, if a C-section is the safest for me and my baby, I'm going to do C-section right away. No questions asked. But yeah, guys, I just want to try.
That's also just overall better for you long term. Let's say you do want to have another kid.
I don't know.
Or another one or not. But just that fact of knowing that, like, you have a babe, you just had a VBAC, and knowing that you got to lessen the scar tissue on your wall in there, then, you know, that's also a good thing.
Next question says if you're getting an epidural, and I'm going to say 100% yes as of now. I mean, I might try going as much as I can without it, but I know there is a time limit. I know you have to get it between a certain time. So I'm going to say yes for now, but I will try to going as much as I can. I have a really strong pain tolerance, but I know this pain is nothing like... When I saw Cassie screaming, I was like, oh, there's... something's happening right there. So, like, I know it's nothing compared to the pain that I have endured. So, I'm going to say yes right now. The next question is if you had any complications with the 2 C-sections. And I don't think there was any complications at all. The first one, just Elliot had a tear in the water and he was 10 pounds. So they had to, like, take him out. He told me my body wasn't, he didn't want to put me through that, like, pain, especially if I didn't open. But I don't remember them checking. Well, maybe they did. I just don't remember. It
happened so quick.
It was literally like night. I don't remember.
We got there like 1 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
We sat there for a long time, and then they finally told us, basically, I think we're gonna schedule a C-section. I think it's best for you.
And
then we were just like, okay.
Okay, and I just didn't. I don't know. I was young. I didn't know anything. I should have asked more questions. And then for my second one, this one is one of my biggest. I don't want to say regrets because it's like, girl, it already happened. It's fine. No pasa nada. But I just automatically thought that once you have a C-section, you cannot do a normal one, which I totally could have because Elliot was 6 years ago before. Like, it was a good enough time. Like, it would have been perfectly fine. Yeah. So, but I just automatically said C-section.
That's what I thought too. I thought I heard once you have a C-section, your next one's a C-section.
I always thought that, but I guess it's not true. But yeah, Oakley was a C-section. My baby was only 7 pounds. I could have totally pushed him out, but it's okay. Now I know.
Yeah, information is very, very important.
I was just, I don't know. I didn't ask questions. Yeah.
I feel like that's most people.
Yeah.
They just feel like they go to their doctor, they get the information, whatever the doctor gives, and that's it.
Yeah, but so no complications. It's just the after was hard, but I mean, a C-section mom has got it right. Are you recording your birth? I'm going to try. I know a lot of hospitals do not let you record. I know Hema's hospital didn't let her record. Mine with Oakley, they were super nice and they let us record. But if I can, I can. If I can't, I will definitely do a story time for you guys because I know I really want to, like, bring you guys along because a lot of you guys are interested in VBACs and doing all that and, like, the procedure and stuff. And a lot of you guys did ask me why I have a midwife. Well, what she told me is that when you're having a VBAC, there's automatically people that go in there with you, like doulas in there with you. And I saw these girls at Cassie's birth and I automatically fell in love with them. Like, I found out more information from being there with them in those, like, 8 hours than I have my 2 other pregnancies. And I already have 2. Like, I didn't understand how I didn't know all this information. Like, the umbilical cord, like, Chevy was connected to the umbilical cord, like, for an hour after he gave birth because it's all the nutrients going to his body. Like, there's just so many things they did that I'm like, oh, how did I not know any of this? It just made me feel very comfortable. Just very, like, I don't know, they make you feel so at peace, and I wanted them there so bad, so that's why I got them. So they will be in the room with me, which I'm super, like, it just makes me feel so much more, like, relieved that someone like them will be in the room with me. They'll be able to, they asked me before, like, okay, do you want to do this? Like, they'll be my voice when I'm in there, you know?
Yeah, have, like, the education, the schooling behind it, they're the experts.
Yeah, but they, like, 100% trust the doctors at the hospital that we're going to, like, 100%. They're like, dude, they're the best. And even me, when I went in there, like, because you have to be obviously approved by them too to go into VBAC, and he did, like, a couple of tests. He'd, like, ask me questions. He's like, hey, you can be a candidate for VBAC.
You're a great candidate.
Yeah, great candidate for VBAC. He's like, no promises, but we're going to try our best, and that's all they can say. But I'm just excited that there's an option, not just like, no, you're going to C-section, and that's what it is.
Yeah, and the way not only did the midwives explain it, but the office too, their goal is for Laura to give VBAC. Yeah, that is their number one goal. You know, they have the lowest rating for C-sections. Yes, So that's basically what I mean. They're number one in the state for VBACs.
Yeah.
So as long as
that's what they said, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. As long as everything...
Victor has a better memory than I do.
As long as everything goes the way it's supposed to, then Laura will be given a VBAC. You know, whatever's best.
I know I saw comments on you guys are like, hopefully she has a VBAC so she can have more kids. I'm like, girl, let me have this one first.
That is a pro.
A pro to this. Mm-hmm. I said no more kids, guys. I was like, no, I think I'm good. Like I'm content with... Victor's like, what if I just get you pregnant? I'm like, what if you just get what is it called? A vasectomy?
Yeah.
The next question is, will you be breastfeeding? And I'm going to try my hardest to breastfeed. I know with Elliot, I didn't try at all. I just was like, okay, no milk's coming out. We're going to feed him, which fed is best, guys. Fed is best. I know some moms really didn't. Literally, you just cannot produce milk after everything you've tried. Mm-hmm. And feeding your baby is, as long as they're fed, that is all that matters. But with Oakley, I tried doing so many things, and I was able to get breast milk. The more you pump, this is what I learned. The more you pump, the more milk comes out. I would literally wake up, it was at 1. I had like an alarm clock on my phone. Yeah. 1, 3, 5, 7 every 2 hours to pump to make my body produce more, because your body
sending signals, right?
Yeah, sending signals that you need more milk, because nothing was coming out in the beginning, and he got a lot of milk, so that was very exciting.
Me and Oakley ate well.
But yeah, he was breastfed for like 6-7 months, which it was the hardest, but I just felt so accomplished doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna try. Do you feel more supported this time around? I definitely do. I felt like with my first 2 pregnancies, I wasn't asking much questions. I was just going with what the doctor was saying. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Whatever they say is whatever they say. But I feel like with this one, I feel like I'm more open to different opinions and not just going with one opinion, because not every doctor is the same. I'm so glad. Shout out to Cassie for having me in that room, literally, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have met these midwives that are helping me and just helping me do what I want to do, and not just like the one opinion that I got in the first place. And yeah, guys, I feel just more supported. Like I could literally ask them questions every day if I want, like everything. Like I had a rash the other day and I posted it on social media, and a lot of you guys were telling me like, oh my god, it could be this, it could be this. So I right away like texted her and I asked her, and she's like, okay, she called me literally right away. She's like, can I call you? And she just asked me questions, and then so we ruled out what it could have been, and she told me what it was. They're so like smart. Like every time I talk to them, I'm like, how are you that smart? Like, I can't even, like, remember what I did yesterday. She was, like, saying so many things, and I'm like, so, I just feel so good. And they're so, like, easy to talk to. Like, I feel like with doctors, I'm so, like I sit in, like, if you know, OB appointments are, like, 5 minutes. Like, you go in, you go out, there's, like, I even feel, like, terrified to ask a question, because it's just so fast. Like, I feel like they're moving at 100 miles per hour. And with them, we were literally sitting there for like an hour and a half. And I just felt like I didn't even have to ask the questions. Like, they were just rolling in the information. I'm like, oh my god, like, that makes sense.
And the good thing about them, too, is they're taking care of you now, during birth, and then after birth, they take care of Laura and baby. Yeah. They're checking up on both of them.
So they get to see the baby, too.
Yeah.
He gets appointments with them. I'm so excited.
It's like for, like, what?
I think 6 weeks?
6 weeks after? Up to 6 weeks?
I think up 3 months. No, up to 3 months.
3 months.
Whatever that is, yeah.
But they're so cool that, like, if you just have questions, even after the 3 months, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer you, because, you know, they love what they do. Yeah,
they're super, super nice. The question is, who will be with me in the room for C-section? It was different, where, like, you only could have your significant other because of, like,
COVID rules.
Well, no COVID rules. It's just sanitary, because they're cutting you open. Like, no one else can be in there. Like, even when you go in, Victor has to be, like, suited up. Like, he had everything, gloves and shit on. So, like, it's for, like, safety rules.
Like a hazmat team.
Yeah. I don't know. I honestly do not know. I feel like, well, the midwife's going to be in there, and Victor. I have no idea. Like, I feel like I want my mom in there, because she's, like, so comforting and stuff. But I feel like in this situation, like, I have to ask her. And, like, talk to her if she wants to be in there. If she wants to be in there, maybe she could just be sitting in there, I don't know, doing her thing, because she's super, super comforting. But I don't know. I don't know if I could have more than 2, because I already have her and Victor, the midwife and Victor. So if I could have another one, then maybe my mom can go in there. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be so...
Yeah, we never had to think about that.
Yeah. That's so cool, though, to have someone in there with you, like your mom. I feel like I'm her only daughter, so I feel like I have to give her that.
I feel like that's a beautiful moment.
Yeah. I feel like I have to give her that.
It'll be nostalgic for your mom.
She would be so happy, so...
Yeah.
So maybe.
She gave birth to you, and then watching her daughter give birth. That's...
Yeah. What supplements are you taking? I am taking my prenatals, which the best prenatals ever. They're from Ritual. If you guys have not tried those, I tried so many TMI, but these are the only ones that did not constipate me. So my Ritual, I have a discount code with them too. It is love25 if you guys want to get them. They're from Ritual. They're prenatals. I also take postnatals with them. They're some of the best. But I also take iron, magnesium.
The CalMag, right?
Yeah. I'll put pictures of them right here so you guys can see which ones I'm taking. The CalMag, what else? Choline.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 4 other ones that I take, so I'll put the pictures right here. But my prenatals are from Ritual.
Mm-hmm. Which her midwives also
said they were good.
She checked out all her stuff.
Yeah.
She said, actually, she suggested like a couple things about them. Like the one that you're taking one a day. She said take it 3 tablets every other day because it's actually better flow for your iron or something. It's just crazy information like that.
If you guys want a midwife, I 100%, if you guys are in the area too, I 100% recommend them because they are just so...
Like little things like
they're
that.
They're not just taking care of you now. Like the things they were telling me, I'm like, they're like, okay, you need to do this because it's better for you in the future.
Yes.
Like all these things, I'm like, okay, I'll do anything you say, queens. But
and it'll help you during your birth, is what they said too, and after your birthing. Like
that's why
doing the things now.
Yeah, that's why I've been walking so much. We've been trying to do 2 miles a day because I just want this baby to walk out. Which I honestly feel like he's gonna come earlier because this boy thinks he has a playground in there. He's already head down. I'm actually gonna be 31 weeks on Monday. You guys are watching this Wednesday. On Monday, I'm going to be 31 weeks. I feel like time is literally flying by. I'm so excited, but I'm also nervous, but excited. I'm more excited. I'm honestly more excited to just feel the wrath. Imagine I'm like, get that up girl right now, babes.
Yeah, you're good.
Do you have any names? A lot of you guys are asking for the names. Okay, so at first, guys, I don't know if I said this in another video, but at first I had a name. I had a name picked out and I was ready to go. Like, I was even ready to, like, announce it before because I know I had told you guys that I want to see his face. And I was like, wait, but I only have one option, so this is going to be it.
She's writing all over everywhere.
Yeah.
Like a little girl in high school or something in love. Just writing the name. I find sticky notes all over the office everywhere, just practicing writing his name. Because
that name is so pretty, like, handwriting it. So I was, like, writing it everywhere, like, telling everyone. And then I found another name. And now I'm crushed between the two. Like, this happened with Oakley, too. And that's why Oakley has... His middle name is also one of the names that he had. His name is Oakley Levi Anthony Hellman. So instead of just...
Which we're not doing that again. And I was even in the hospital. I was like, babe, you don't need to put Levi in there. Like, you already chose the name. She's like, yeah, but I like both. And I was like... And now imagine having to write that. Oakley, Levi, Anthony. That's a big old name.
But yeah, so we're very torn. So we might just wait again until birth and just see him and just see the vibes that he gives us.
Yeah, because both names have 2 different vibes.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll just see what the vibes are because we have 2 for now. The list can keep growing though. If you guys have names, comment down below and make my life harder.
Oh yeah.
Any advice for first-time moms? Definitely do not settle for one opinion. Go for more opinions. If you guys see it in your heart that you guys want to do something else, definitely go for more opinions, but also just think about the safest way for you and the baby. I know there's sometimes in your area, there might not be doctors that do what you want to do, so maybe just look around. We have to travel. Our travel days for the doctor, we literally leave a whole day because getting there is not that hard because it's like an hour.
About an hour.
But an hour. Getting back, traffic?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. So that's like the only thing. But like I said, it's worth it. I feel so safe going over there. It just feels right. And that is what we did. But just ask for more opinions and do what feels right for you and your baby and the safest way for you and the baby. That's all that matters. The safetiness of you and the baby. But yeah, guys, the camera's overheating. But that was the last question. So thank you guys so much for asking these questions, and hopefully we helped you guys in your VBAC C-section delivery journey, because I know a lot of you guys were asking about that, because a lot of you guys are interested. Yeah. I know a lot of you guys were saying that sometimes that you guys went to doctors and you guys only had one C-section and the doctor was like, no, like you guys cannot have VBACs. But it also depends the time. There's so much that goes into it, so everybody is different. So don't just go for one opinion, go for more, but safest for you and the baby. But thank you guys. We love you, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace. Bye.